海賊王に俺はなる。
俺は負ける。
もう仲間だろ。
長い間
行こう。行きたい。
船の船大工。
あ、いいぞ。
俺の仲間になれよ。
野郎ども、準備はいいか。出航だ。
1,000 episodes. I mean, that is an amazing accomplishment. To put that into better perspective, 1,000 episodes is around 400 hours or about 17 days worth of entertainment. And sure, One Piece isn't the only anime to reach this milestone, but for me and many other people out there, it's the first one where it feels like a historic event. And after years and years have gone by, I'm probably going to remember the exact date, the exact outfit I was wearing, the room I was in when the 1,000th episode comes out. I'll remember all of this for the rest of my life. One Piece means the world to me. If it weren't for One Piece, I probably wouldn't be here on this channel talking about anime, manga, and all sorts of other otaku related things. It was one of the first anime I ever watched, and if I didn't binge it when I did during high school, I probably wouldn't be as in love with anime and manga as I am right now. I know for a fact that the moment One Piece finally ends, I'm going to cry like a baby. But also, there's going to be such a giant hole left behind, because at that moment, I know I can never get the feeling of waiting and getting excited for the next chapter of the manga or the next episode of the anime ever again. This hole that is left behind will probably never be fully healed, even after years have gone by. Because in my eyes, I don't think there's anything that can replace One Piece. So I ask all of you out there, what does One Piece mean to you? For me, One Piece is like family to me now. However, a single sentence cannot justify it enough. There are just so many aspects and layers within One Piece that I need to discuss to truly convey what One Piece means to me. To start this all off, let's first talk about the very core of One Piece. Now, I feel like there are multiple different interpretations of what the core of One Piece is. However, for me, I see the core of One Piece as this sense of pure freedom. The reason I view it in this way, and why I didn't choose something like the sense of friendship or the nakama as they would say, is because the whole overarching goal from day one of the series is to find the One Piece and become the king of pirates. May I also add that I think everyone should already know this by now, but the whole idea that the journey and the friends made along the way is the One Piece is total bullshit. Even Oda himself has said that there is an actual reward. But the most interesting thing is that Luffy himself has said, I don't want to conquer anything, it's just that the person with the most freedom on the sea is the Pirate King. This quote is the defining reason of why I think the core of One Piece is the sense of freedom. Luffy or anyone in his crew aren't people who want to rule the world or even do anything heinous. They just want to live their lives however they want and achieve their dreams to their heart's content, with the only thing that is holding them back in achieving their goals is themselves. This whole concept of freedom that One Piece has created, I think it's the truest form of what a pirate is. If I were to find a pirate at its bare minimum, it's that they're a group of people who didn't want to be oppressed by the government and didn't want to follow the rules the government made. It wasn't about pillaging or being these barbarian people who just did whatever heinous things they wanted. However, after centuries, the core of what it means to be a pirate got corrupted and lost its true meaning of just being free from the shackles of the world and living your life as happy as can be. This feeling reminds me a lot of what it was like back during our childhood. During this time, we had no concept of how fucked up the world really is. We just lived our lives with pure joy and wonder throughout it, and because of that, this is when you feel the most free. Which is why I think One Piece has been able to entertain people of all these different ages. For kids, it kinda reassures how amazing it is to be at this age. It's a time where they kinda live their lives somewhat similarly to the whole Straw Hat crew. Sure, they're not doing anything remotely close to what they do in One Piece, but at the very least, they're embodying the heart and soul of being free as the Straw Hat crew. As for adults, it pulls us back in time and reinvigorates our sense of wonder and childlike creativity. No one likes growing up, and being an adult sucks, so when we have a series that can transport us away from all these hardships of adulthood because the core of the series is this sense of freedom, that's truly something special. I mean, what other series out there that can have all these different types of effects on this huge age range of people because of what the core of the series represents? Go on, I'm waiting. Name one. Exactly, there's not much out there. This is why One Piece has become one of those series where it's something I always come back to. Out of all the anime I've seen, I think One Piece is my most rewatched series. Every time I rewatch it, I get something different out of it. And I think that all comes down to the fact that I'm at a different time in my life every time I do it. One Piece has done something that can't be easily replicated. And obviously, it's not only the theming of the core of the series that contributed to it. And I feel like the sheer creativity within One Piece is the second reason of why it's able to become one of the most popular series out there. The creativity of One Piece is just on a whole other level. I mean, seriously, it boggles my mind on how Oda is still able to come up with all these fantastic arcs, but also being able to keep the whole series feeling fresh and exciting. Sure, you can complain and talk about how the anime's quality definitely went down over the years, but hey, the Wano arc of the anime is outstanding. However, the manga never had these moments of feeling like it went down in quality when it comes to the pure creativity and writing of the series. Except for the panel work in One Piece, that definitely went down in quality. Anyway, my point is, look at Naruto or Bleach, they're both part of this illustrious group called the Big Three. But over the years, they've fallen from grace and couldn't hold a candle against One Piece anymore. Whenever a series gets to be that long, most of the times you can just tell that either the creator just ran out of ideas or they're just pulling stuff straight out of their asses. This is why Oda is such a genius when it comes to being able to craft this beautiful story with all these different ideas that no one else could ever think of. Everything about One Piece screams out of this world creativity. From the character designs to the whole world itself, it's something that feels like an imaginary world you would make up as a child. But because Oda is such a genius, he's able to make everything that seems like total nonsense actually work within the world that he's created. For example, the character designs are all so unique within the series and yet they all fit within the world. Like, look at Senior Pink. A regular person would look at this character and just go, what the fuck? How is this an actual character? However, because it's One Piece, Oda figured out a way to make this character fit within the story. All of this again brings back the same points I made on why the core of One Piece is so important and how it's able to entertain such a diverse age of people. Without this creativity Oda packed into the series, One Piece just wouldn't feel the same anymore, even if the core of the series remained the same. Because of One Piece, it made me more creative, and I'm sure that applies to a lot of you out there. Moving on from this, the very next thing I want to talk about are the characters. Every single member of the Straw Hat crew, I see them like my own friends and family now. But also, they're just so beautifully written. I even have a video planned where I talk about why I think Luffy is the perfect protagonist. No other series out there in the world has gotten me to have this much an affinity to these characters. Almost every time when one of these characters becomes a true member of the Straw Hats, I cry. With some of the worst offenders being when Nami, Chopper, and Robin became a part of the crew. Yet again, Oda is just brilliant at making these incredible moments for us to fall in love with these characters more and more. And it's not just these moments, but the backstories given to each of them, the unique personalities, the character interactions they have with each other, and the little quirks they have. With all of this combined, it creates these amazing characters, and you can tell that Oda put so much thought and care into creating them. I couldn't even imagine a world where these characters don't exist, and if you were to take even one of them out of One Piece, the series just wouldn't feel the same. That's how important the characters are. for not just the story, but for all of us. Because the first thing that pops up in our heads when we think about One Piece is the crew traveling in the Thousand Sunny. The last and final thing I want to talk about are the peaks of One Piece. These groundbreaking moments within One Piece are the parts where the series shines the most, and I think they can never be beat. I've gone through all sorts of different emotions from these moments, from bawling my eyes out to being on cloud 9 of excitement. Like, how did Oda make me cry a waterfall of tears for a ship? Or how did Oda make a singular punch become one of the most satisfying things out there? No other series out there in the world has given as many of these incredible moments than One Piece. And because of these moments, they're a constant reminder of why I love One Piece, but also why I love anime in general. I think you can tell already, but every time I talk about One Piece, I get this wave of excitement and joy that gives me this burst of energy from it. And I can go on and on talking about all other aspects of the show. There's just so much to analyze about One Piece. It's no wonder that it's been able to captivate the hearts of millions of people all around the world. So, this is what One Piece means to me. But what about you? I'd love to see what One Piece means to you.